Today in Stadia news, we're going to be talking about new games arriving on Stadia real soon, and I gotta admit, it's actually a pretty good get. But just to set expectations, these aren't AAA titles. That being said, they are games that are notably known and very well recognized within the gaming community. First up is one of my favorite games ever made, and that's Cities Skylines. It's a modern take on the classic city simulation, and let me just say, there's a reason why this game is so well recognized. It's won multiple awards, and it really is just a great game. In my mind, it's still the best city building game out there, and it's properly held on to that crown since 2015, being constantly updated with new things. This is the type of game you can lose hours upon hours if not days into just because there's that much replayability. I know I'll be picking it up again on Stadia just for the ability to support the developers because I really do love this game that much. As you can see, it's nothing but a big recommendation from me. You can expect Cities Skylines to arrive on Stadia in spring 2022. And from one big hit to another, let's go on to Overcooked All You Can Eat. This includes both Overcooked 1 and 2, but rendered in 4K goodness. It's a chaotic cooking game where players are going to need to work together or alone to serve as many dishes as they can before the timer runs out, and you'll be working in some pretty exotic kitchens. Now, for those unaware, All You Can Eat is like the ultimate version of Overcooked. Not only does it include the first two games as I previously mentioned, but it includes new features. That includes online play for the very first time, 4K visual updates, new content, multiple modes, and more. Once again, if you haven't played this franchise and you're into party games, don't miss out on this. It's a very well-known party game, and it's seriously one of the better ones out there in recent memory as well. You can expect Overcooked All You Can Eat to drop in April. But now let's move from one party game to the next. This third and last title is another very well-recognized game, and that's Golf with Your Friends. If you like mini golf but always thought the worst part was having to wait for everyone to swing, this game is for you. It's a fast-paced and exciting take on mini golf that supports up to 12 players at once. You can expect a variety of themed courses to choose from, power-ups to use, 3 game modes, a level editor, and even a ball customization tool. I can tell you from personal experience, Golf with Your Friends is the type of game that you can easily go back to with your friends and not get bored of. Once again, nothing but a big recommend from me, and you can expect Golf with Your Friends in April. I gotta admit, this is probably the best coming soon to Stadia news post I've seen in quite some time. All 3 games are fantastic here. I know they're not the AAA titles some people out there are wanting, but regardless, each of these games has a big following on its own. And while that was going to be the wrap up for all the Stadia news of the day, there's some rumor and speculation that I do need to talk about in this video because it has potentially big implications for Stadia. So much so that I'll be making a separate video going into detail about what it is and what it's about, but I want to quickly mention it here as it is breaking right now. And that's the fact that Marcy Nundak, sorry if I mispronounced her name, who's a porting lead at Google Stadia, recently shared the following. I'm happy to announce that I'm going to present what I've been working on over the last 2 years at Google. If you're interested in how to write a Windows emulator for Linux from scratch, tune in on March 15th or watch later on YouTube. And for those who have been keeping track with the recent videos, you would know that's the very same day the Google for Games Developer Summit is. If Google Stadia has found a way to run Windows games on Stadia without needing to port them over to Linux, that would be completely massive. That has some serious implications because suddenly porting may be a whole lot easier than it's ever been. Not only would it increase the potential for more games on Stadia, but the pacing of game drops on Stadia. Once again, obviously a lot of this is based on speculation from the community and myself, and I'll be doing a whole separate video going into much more detail about this. But it's hard not to get excited about this as a Stadia fan who's been wanting to see this for quite some time. Either way, I'll go into more detail about it real soon, but I want to gather some more information and facts surrounding it before I make a separate video. If that's something you'd be interested in listening into, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to not miss out, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out as well. As always, this has been the Virtual Cloud giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.